Hi guys, thanks for joining me on episode 9 of Build to Scale. This is a series for trades and construction business owners to help you grow and scale your business so that one day you can get off the tools and exit your business and sell it as an asset. So each week we tackle a different topic, and this week's topic is where's my website traffic gone? So you may have noticed a quiet drop off of leads coming into your business, phone calls, maybe the phone's a little bit quieter, email's gone a little bit quieter, and you might be wondering where your website traffic is. You might be looking at your analytics going, you're used to a little bit more traffic than you're getting at the moment. So what's really happening is that there is a quiet shift, but it's gaining momentum. And that shift is that Google is no longer presenting a list of search results where people can click through to the website. Instead, they're giving much more information upfront to the user so that they don't need to necessarily click through to a website. So what's happening at the moment? Big shift. 69% of all Google searches now end without anyone actually clicking through to a website. And there's been a 61% drop in website clicks when Google's AI answer box appears on the screen. So their AI answer box is right at the top, and it presents a detailed response to the search query. There is sometimes a link there, but more often than not, you can actually get the information that you need from the AI answer box. So that is information that's scraped from websites. So if your website doesn't have the depth of content that it needs, the chances are you're not going to get featured in the AI answer box or any other AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or Copilot. So what I'm going to walk you through here in this episode today is how you can combat that, how you can make sure your website is appearing in AI tools and Google. Even if you might not be getting the click, your website will still be getting featured and you'll still get that inquiry. So what used to happen was people would search on Google. Google showed a list of search results. You scrolled, you found a search result that you liked, and you click through to the website. And you may well do several searches, and you would narrow down your search to maybe 2 or 3 companies, and then you'd contact one of those. But what's happening more and more now is people are asking AI a question. They're either talking directly into their phone, or they're typing a prompt into a tool like ChatGPT, and the AI is looking at thousands and thousands of sources, and then it's assembling an answer that it thinks that that person wants. It won't necessarily give a single recommendation. It may well come back with some follow-up questions around, are you looking for the most trusted? Are you looking for a company with a high number of reviews? Are you looking for a company that has warranties and guarantees on their workmanship? Are you looking for companies that have won awards? It may well come back and ask follow-up questions. So it's really, really important that your website covers off more than just the services that you offer, that you're covering a far more broader amount of content on your website, because AI does not search like a human. It's looking for evidence that your business can be trusted. So it's not necessarily looking at it through the eyes of a human. It's looking at it through the eyes, essentially, of a robot. So it's looking for things like Google reviews, which demonstrates a high degree of trust and verification. It's looking for social proof. It's looking for consistent business information. So if you've got lots of different phone numbers and different addresses where you've moved about, you need to consolidate and make sure you've only got one. It's looking for verifiable directory listings that your business might be listed in. It's looking at the website content to make sure that you've got the breadth of content that you need, so that if somebody is searching for a business that's, let's say, Worcester Bosch accredited, that you've got that information on your website so that the AI can assemble together a response and can recommend your business. So you need to look much, much deeper at the amount of content that you've got on your website. So you might know of something called the local map pack, and that's where Google presents a map with 3 pins on it. And it used to be that this used to drive a lot of inbound inquiries, phone calls, click-throughs to the website. But that is shrinking. That's becoming less and less because AI is taking over. So 60% of AI recommendations for plumber searches point to third-party review sites like Trustpilot or Checkertrade, and not necessarily individual business websites. So you need to make sure that you're featured on as many websites as you possibly can be to make sure that your business gets cited. Zero call buttons. AI local packs frequently lack direct call buttons, cutting off the click to call conversions that you tradies rely on. So it's changing, and it's changing fast. So what can you do about it? You need to understand that consumers are shifting. It used to be, homeowners 30, 35, millennials, are now considered quite old school in how they use technology. But now you've got 25 to 30-year-olds that are buying homes for the first time, and they buy in a completely different way. They're not going to be asking Google for, a local plumber. Instead, they're going to be typing queries into chat GPT, and they're going to be typing things like, show me the most trusted local builder in my area that has, that guarantees their workmanship. My budget is £20,000, and they will write a more detailed prompt, and they will get a lot more information coming back from chat GPT, but not from Google. So you need to be shifting and thinking differently. And reviews are no longer just social proof. They're no longer, a fancy little button to have on your website. They are the absolute meaning of trust and the absolute definition of trust. So you need to be investing heavily in growing the number of reviews that you've got coming into your business. You can automate this a lot if you've got a good package like High Level, which is what our clients use to automate reviews coming in. And your goal should be to convert at least 50% of the jobs that you do into 4 and 5-star reviews on Google, because this is where the battleground is. This is where the difference is. So if you're not taking reviews seriously, you are genuinely missing an opportunity, because if your competitors are driving more reviews, they're the ones that are going to get featured far more in AI search results than your business. So a few little stats there. 68% of consumers will only use a business with 4 stars or more. 74% only care about reviews from the last 3 months. So if you've got reviews from 6 months ago, a year ago, they're pretty much invisible and actually does your business more harm than good. And make sure that you're delivering quality work, and your reviews are going to reflect that. So, the pressure is even more to deliver first-rate work. You know, if you start moving on this stuff now, if you start applying some of these principles, depth of content and breadth of content on your website, talk about your accreditations on your website, your industry accreditations, any partnerships that you've got. You might be Worcester Bosch partnered if you're a plumber. Talk about your qualifications. Any of those things, gas safe registered, any of the electrical qualifications, make sure that you've got a page on your website dedicated to those, because it's going to give the AI search tools far more to go on your business. Only 1.2% of local businesses are currently appearing in AI search recommendations. So that's tiny. And only 12% of these businesses have done any sort of AI search audit. So that's, it's just 1 in 10 of your competitors are kind of doing this stuff. And only 16% are tracking their AI performance. So this leaves a massive opportunity for you as a business owner to really pay attention to what's happening, watch videos like this, start to learn more about AI, because it is shifting how business is done and how people are going to find your business. The old model of searching on Google is still relevant, and it's not dead, but it's shifting all the time. So I like to kind of end these with a little bit of actionable takeaways, something that you need to think about doing in your business. So how you're going to appear more in these AI search results. So number one, make sure your Google business profile is bang up to date. So you've got photos, post an update. Google Business allows you to post updates. into its platform. Profiles with no activity in the last 30 days are deprioritized by AI tools. So make sure that your Google business profile is up to date. Make sure you've got reviews coming in regularly. Target at least 20 of your most recent jobs and ask every single satisfied customer immediately after the job. You can get little cards printed up with QR codes on them. Customer can just scan the QR code, or you can set up an automation in a tool like Go High Level, where it will send them the link after the job's been completed off of the system. Third thing, make sure that your any of your information on your website is consistent. So with your Google business profile and with any other listings that you've got. So if you've moved your business around a couple of times, or you've moved house, or you've changed number, just do a little bit of an audit, a little bit of a check to make sure all of the information is consistent across all of the places where your website is listed: social media sites, Google business, and your own website. Look at opportunities to get listed in key local directories. So things like Yell, Trustpilot, Checkertrade. Get listed on as many of these directories as you can, because that really does impact your appearance in AI search results. And keep your website up to date. So add a page answering specific questions that customers are asking. One little tip I always say to the guys that I work with is carry a little notebook around with you, or open up your notes app every time you're having a conversation with a customer, and write down any questions that they're asking you. And if you haven't answered those on your website, start creating content around that. If you've got somebody working with you on your website, give them those questions and get them to write articles based on those questions. And that is how you're going to start to get featured more and more in AI search results, because that shift is happening. It's quietly happening. And before long, without you knowing about it, your website traffic that you are relying on for years to provide leads and to get your phone ringing is going to change, and you're going to lose out. So if you're one of the first movers on this in your industry, you're going to thank yourself in a few years' time, because you're going to future-proof your business. So hopefully that was useful today. The idea of these is that we're just switching on light bulbs, getting you thinking differently, and planning for the growth of your business. So if you like that, then drop me a comment. If you are enjoying this series, then do please subscribe to us on YouTube. And I look forward to seeing you next week, where we cover another topic on how to grow and scale your business. Thanks for watching.